Hey guys, it's Danielle, and today we are going to learn how to contour like a pro. So if you're interested in how to do that and how to create this look, please stay tuned.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with our actual foundation first. I prefer a powder contour, so that's what you're gonna be learning today. I went ahead and put my two foundations on the back of my hand to kind of mix them together. It's the Revlon Colorstay in, what is my color? I don't know what my color, oh, it's on the front. In 200 Nude. And then the darker color that you see here is L'Oreal True Match Lumi in N3 Natural Black. And I'm just gonna take my flat top kabuki brush and just kind of swirl them all together. And then you pin my hair back. And just kind of, I like by starting to dot it all over my face before I buff it in. Okay, so you want to make sure that it's airbrushed and all blended out, all the way down to your neck. Just kind of, don't put extra product on your neck, just kind of blend it down from your face on there. Okay. So next we're going to move on to concealing, and I am using my favorite drugstore concealer. That is the Maybelline Fit Me, in my color is in 15 Fair. And it's very important when concealing, you go underneath the eye, like, you know, like your mom always taught you when you were doing makeup, but you also go down the side of the nose and you run back up and meet that. I like to go out like past my eye so that it brings that kind of lightness all the way back. Okay, so now we went ahead and did the other side. Concealer brought all the way back up to almost to the hairline on both sides, down to about the bottom of the nose and back up. And we're going to use our beauty blender, our damp beauty blender, and we're just going to kind of blend out the edges of that. As you can see, I don't really go into the middle of the product very much, and that's because I want it to be as concentrated as it can be. I'm just kind of blending out the edges so that it blends into the foundation that we put on earlier. We are going to go in with our MAC Pepper Prime Highlight Pen. I use the color Light Boost, and you want to kind of make cat whiskers. I know it sounds kind of silly, but make kind of a fan coming out right on top of where you put your concealer before. And other places we want to highlight is right down the center of the nose in kind of a little Christmas tree-ish shape up here, right above the lips, and then right on the fattiest part of your chin. And then if you really want to get fancy with it, you can do a line right there and right there. And that just kind of brings out your bottom jaw a little bit and allows that contour that we're going to put in later with powder right here to kind of sink even more. So we're going to go back in with that same beauty blender we used earlier and blend this out as well. You just kind of want to go over each place that you added highlighter, just kind of pushing it into the skin and blending it into those areas that we already had. Make sure that you are completely done with all of your cream products before you put on face powder. If you put on powder and then put on another cream product ahead of that, not only are you going to need to powder again, but it's going to begin to look a little cakey and a little thick on your face. So it's, like I said before, it's very important to make sure that you are completely done with all of your cream products. But in this particular instance, we are. So I am using the NYC Smooth Skin Translucent Powder, and it's the loose powder. Put a little bit in the lid, swirl my brush around, and just kind of tap it off, and just go right underneath the eye and tap. It's very important not to kind of move it across the skin because it will move your liquid products, and you want everything to stay exactly where you put it. So you go up, and then you want to make sure to go down here because you added some cream down there. And you can already see how, like, right here and right here, are already kind of sinking into the skin a little bit more than they were before, and I have a little bit more of an obvious bone structure because of the highlighting in itself. So, but we're gonna make that even more apparent with our bronzing powders here in a minute. So I'm using this brush, the Royal Cosmetics brush that came in my 4-pack I got off of Amazon, and I'm using Bahama Mama by the Balm. We're gonna start with our cheekbones first, and we're going to take it from the top of our ear down to about right here. You don't want to take it all the way to your lip because you're going to look like a puppet. And you want to take it a little further to kind of blend out that shadow a little bit more. If you're having trouble figuring out where your cheekbones are, which is where we're going to go right underneath there, generally your cheekbones start right about here, and you can kind of just feel where they are. Or you can always do the fish face. Boop. So I'm going to dot that in there. Take it from up here. I'm just going to make a line. Okay. See how that's a little bit dramatic? It's a little dark, but don't worry, we are going to blend it all out. And it's also important to start back in your hairline and bring it forward. Whatever product you have on your brush, it's going to be the most pigmented where you put your brush first. So if you put it right here, your shadow is going to look darkest right here, whereas it should look darkest back up here. So we're going to go ahead and do the other side. Okay. See, that just goes right into the little bone underneath there. And I also like to bring it on my forehead. I generally do it just on the sides, so I'll kind of show you. You want to go underneath here. In case you have a little jiggly underneath your chin, this is going to help kind of camouflage it a bit. See how you can see the shadow of my chin goes right there? You just kind of want to follow that around. Okay. And sometimes when I'm feeling like I'm wanting to go really contoury, I take this brush, which is usually my blending brush for my shadows, and I dip that into my Bahama Mama, and I go right along the sides of my nose. And kind of bring it in where the point is. Okay, don't worry, we're gonna blend all of this out. I'm just kind of showing you the places I want it to be first. I'm gonna take your bronzer on a small little brush like this and go right under your lip. Right in that little groove right there, and it's gonna make your lip look a lot more pouty. So now that we have all these crazy spots on our face, we're gonna go in and actually blend it in, and you will see how it kind of just brings everything together. When blending on your cheekbones, you want to always blend up, never blend down, because it will kind of make you look like you have a beard. And as good as beards look with false lashes, I'm betting that's probably not the look you're going for. But if it is, more power to you. The very last step, and it is completely optional, is to add an actual highlight shade. I am using Soft and Gentle by MAC. It is a MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. It is about $30, but if you're just using this for your highlight, it's going to last you until the end of time, probably. So I just kind of swirl my finger in it, dot it on the tops of your cheekbones. It's not a very in-your-face highlighter, but when you get in the light really catches the flecks in there, and while it's not glittery, it is very sheeny, and it is just beautiful. So I'm going to take this down the bridge of my nose a little bit more, right on the top of my lip. And you are all good to go. You are done with your contouring, and I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of my face makeup and show you on how it looks all together.
Alright guys, and we are done. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and I hope it was helpful and made contouring a little easier for you. If you have any comments, questions, or anything, please leave it in the comment section below. Thanks for tuning in guys, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks a lot and I'll see you soon. Bye!